Hey, what is up guys, it is your boy, I'm today bringing you another video today, and today guys, we're going to be covering Mixie doing her showcase, so let's get right into it. So here is the ruler of the 6 demons, Mixie. Let's go over her abilities, then her skill, then her normal art, and true art. So her ability is HP Drain when near death level 6, heals own HP by 6% of damage to enemies when near death. You get Light Killer level 8, damage to light elemental units or enemies by 40% up. Also, the last but not least, her unique ability that really only pertains to Mixie in this entire game currently is Light and Dark Resist 20% up, crit rate 100% up to poison enemies. Very strong considering that Mixie's entire kit revolves around you poisoning the enemy. Her skill is a Fool's Demise, 6-second cooldown, 1k break. Counterattack will activate and negate damage once if attacked when preparing for skill. Counterattack 1800% light damage magic, high chance of poisoning the enemy. So OP, how does the counterattack work? Well, whenever you click the skill, Mixie will put her umbrella in front of her and she'll start spinning it. If any instance of damage hits that umbrella, she will for one negate the damage, and then she will counterattack with this 800% or 1800% light damage magic, and also has a high chance to poison. That follows for her normal art as well. Her true art does not have a counter to it. So her normal art is Death Sentence 2500 break, 14,500% light damage physical, increase own art damage by 50% for 8 seconds. Counterattack will activate and negate damage once if attacked. When preparing for arts, counterattack reduces enemies defense by 100%. So this by itself will do damage even if you don't get the counterattack off, but however, if you are able to get the counterattack off, it is going to reduce the enemy's defense by 100% for 12 seconds, which is very good. And then finally her true art, which is the Gift of Death, which has 3800 break, 26,000% light damage magic, reduce enemies poison resistance by 100% and light resistance by 30% for 12 seconds. This is a very strong debuff to apply to an enemy. For one, it increases all damage for light elemental units, which is very good. And then also the lowering the poison resistance is very strong for people like Mixie because she can poison. Also, if you maybe want to use her in a poison comp, which I don't know how well that would work, but maybe you could do that with just a bunch of units that poison, it will also benefit like that as well. But more so, it's going to be benefiting Mixie the most. So if you go up against a boss which is highly resistant to poison, you can now poison the boss because it lowers the resistance by 100%. So that is Mixie. Let's go into the gameplay portion of the video, but real quick before we can do that, how about I tell you about the Discord? Hey, if you guys joined the Discord yet? No? Then if you want to, the link is down below in the description. The Discord mainly covers the Grand Summoners, so it's great for new and veteran players alike, but also has multiple other games such as Last Claudia, Epic 7, and Dokkan. Also an assortment of mini games to play as well if you have nothing to do or if you're bored on Grand Summoners or whatever. And we are soon to be adding a Dauntless section as well, so if you play that game, you can come join, have some fun with everybody in the Discord, and join the guild and a bunch of other stuff. So yeah guys, that is the Discord. If you guys want to join, it is always down below in the description. Please come on and say hello. Everybody in there is lit. So this is Frozen Calamity of the North, the giant boss event. You can see we're using our Mono Light, of course, using 10k in release so we can get that 20% stats up, which is very strong. We're going to be using Lesser Demon Heart, Rudol, and of course Alma's hat on her. Alma's hat, if you don't know how to get this, is from the anniversary event. Of course this should come back, you know, next anniversary. I'm assuming I would assume maybe it comes back next anniversary as a rerun or something. Hopefully it does because it's a really good event. But Mixie doesn't need this item. If you have her true weapon, however, her true weapon is a very strong item as well for her. Probably one of the best in slots for her because it is so freaking good. And you may ask, OP, why is it so good? The reason why it's so good is because it reduces Mixie's skill CT, which is very strong because that's what Mixie wants on her. You know what I mean? She wants that equipment CT and skill CT down as much as possible. So that's why we're using Rudol, so we can have LDH up as much as possible. Also, you know, if you, of course, you have Optima Raid that can easily substitute for LDH, is a lot better. I'm just slacking on arena runs currently, but you can see right here, boom, we're gonna go right into it. And this boss is actually really phenomenal for Mixie, and the reason for that is because he attacks so much and he does so many multi-hitting attacks. It's very good for Mixie to just do a ton of damage to. So you can see right here, we actually did not get the counter off right there because you can see we didn't lower his defense down at all, but we actually did get the crits off right there. So you can see, boom, we poisoned him. So I'm going to wait for him to go into an animation again or wait for something to happen. So one of those bones should possibly hit Mixie, I think. We'll see. Yep, it did. So they have 100% defense down on the boss right now, which is very good. And overall, it's working out phenomenally. This Mono Light team is a ton of fun to use, and I recommend you guys using it if you have Mixie, especially because it's a ton of fun to use this team. So right here, you know, of course, he's dropping more stuff. Boom, counter attacked. I saw the 0 pop up on her, and then, you know, of course, 100% defense resist down again, which is very strong. I also tried to use Freed like Rivi, where I only need 4 stacks to actually start, you know, doing damage and all that, or before I can, you know, start using True Arts. And I gotta remember that Freed isn't like freaking Riviera at all, in the sense that Freed actually needs all 5 of his stacks to get 100% crit chance, and Rivy only needs 4 if you have a Curse Light Sword on, but of course, you know, Freed is Freed, and that's what it is. So right here, you can see, boom, he's going to jump in the air. I'm going to actually pop my normal art right here. We're going to counter with the 100% defense down and just do absolute work to him, which will help out Fina's damage a little bit, since Fina can't crit, unlike, you know, of course, Mixie and Freed, which, you know, will help out, because even though Fina's not going to be doing too much damage, it still will help out where it can. So you can see right here, we got poison, don't need to worry about it, boom. Okay, my audio messed up right there, but it's fine. I just brought it back up and just started re-recording, so it should be perfectly fine. So you guys didn't really miss too much. It was just like one instance of I think like us using our true arts, but that was about it. So you can see right there, we got the defense down again, very solid from Mixie, and then boom, we're gonna use my true art right here with Fina, you know, get that cleanse going, get that heals going, and we're perfectly fine on this team. Also, Mixie's gonna be, you're gonna be noticing that Mixie won't be taking too much damage at all. Also, we're gonna pop a normal art right here because he's gonna hit us again right here, and then boom, you can see Mixie pretty much takes no damage at all because she just negates and counters attacks the entire time, and it makes her very good. She was actually, fun fact about Mixie, she's one of the first units in this game that can actually start soloing content. She was like the first person to kind of, I guess, pioneer that to where, you know, you can solo content with one unit, and Mixie does it because it's very strong. You just have to put Optimal Raid on her, or LDH, and, you know, Rudol or something like that, then her true weapon, and she's gonna be going to town. We're also gonna be using our true art right here just to see if we can do some more damage with Freed and all that, which is very strong. We can see right there we got almost 1,000,000 damage during the break, which is very good. Now I want to say something about Mixie's true art. Mixie's true art is somewhat weird in the sense that you actually sometimes will get rid of the poison proc whenever you use your true art if poison is already afflicted onto the boss. What I mean by that is if you're already afflicted, or the boss is already afflicted by poison, and you use your true art, sometimes it will cancel out the poison. I've noticed this on some bosses, but not all bosses. Like for example, on him it doesn't matter, but on some bosses it does. I don't know why that happens. Maybe it's a glitch in the game, but I can't remember which boss it was that I was using her up against. I think it may have been in the Dungeon of Trials or something. But yeah, it was constantly negating or getting rid of the poison whenever I applied the light resist down and poison resist down to it, because I was just trying to get more damage off. But majority of the time you don't really want to do that. You just want to spam normal art or Mixie, because that's going to be doing more damage overall and a lot quicker than something like your true art, because it just does a ton. So yeah guys, that is actually going to be it for the video today. Thank you all for coming out, man. It's been your boy LP. Of course, that was Mixie in all of her glory. Really fun unit, very underrated, I want to say. Probably one of the most underrated units in Grand Summers. If you have her, please give her a try and use her. She's a really fun unit to use. The only problem with her is you have the micromanager, and a lot of people kind of just don't like that because they don't like to manual the game the entire time, and they just like to play on auto for most units and just, you know, click equipment or whatever and let the units do everything themselves. But yeah guys, that's gonna be it for the video today. Thank you all for coming out, man. Don't forget to join the Discord if you haven't already. Links down below in the description. Of course, like the video, comment, and subscribe for more. And also guys, I may post a Dauntless video later this week because I've been absolutely loving that game on the side of Grand Summoners as well. So yeah guys, that's gonna be it. Thank you all for coming out, and I'm out guys. Peace.